Israel offers $1 million bounty for info on Hamas leaders. Before we dive in details, please subscribe to the channel and stay always one step ahead to know all global important events happening around you. Give a thumbs up and share the video with your family and friends. Let's move on with the video. In an effort to accelerate the resolution of the ongoing conflict in Gaza, Israeli authorities have announced a $1 million reward for information that leads to the identification and capture of those behind the Hamas terrorist attack on October 7th. This initiative was communicated through leaflets distributed in Gaza, which warned of Hamas's impending downfall and encouraged cooperation for a better future. Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, in a discussion with White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan in Jerusalem, highlighted the complex challenge Hamas poses with its extensive infrastructure. Gallant acknowledged that the conflict might last several months, but expressed confidence in Israel's eventual triumph, asserting, "We will win, and we will destroy them." This approach stands in contrast to international demands for an immediate ceasefire, as underscored by a recent United Nations General Assembly resolution that was overwhelmingly supported. However, Israeli officials are committed to a prolonged campaign against Hamas. The IDF has also offered a $400,000 bounty for information on Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar, who played a crucial role in the October 7th attack. Other rewards include $300,000 for Sinwar's brother, Mohammed Sinwar, $100,000 for Mohammed Daif, the elusive commander of Hamas's militant brigades, and $200,000 for Rafa al-Salameh, the commander of Hamas's Khan Yunis battalion. Sinwar was the man who pulled off the information operation that hoodwinked the Israelis for 2 years leading up to 10/7. So, with him, it's personal. They want his scalp. Jonathan Schanzer of the Foundation for Defense of Democracies told the Washington Examiner. Israeli officials believe that eliminating these key figures is crucial to ending the war swiftly. Schanzer noted a decrease in Hamas's morale and an increase in surrenders, suggesting that targeting these leaders could expedite the end of the conflict. "We're already seeing large numbers of surrenders," Schanzer observed. "The Israelis see that Hamas's morale is beginning to flag, and I think they believe that might help them get their targets. But I think they also believe that, if they get their targets, it might lead to an acceleration of this trend of surrender." Meanwhile, Israel is persisting with its military campaign in the Gaza Strip, following a statement to its principal ally, the United States, that the operation aimed at dismantling Hamas will extend beyond several months. The fallout from the bounty announcement was swift and intense. Hamas reacted with renewed vigor, while the international community watched on with a mixture of apprehension and concern. The conflict was far from being a traditional battlefield clash. It was, and continues to be, a war fought within the shadows of technology as much as on the ground. Companies like Monday.com, Gesti, and United Hatzalah played pivotal roles in this digital front. Their tech professionals and platforms provided emergency medical response, housing for displaced individuals, and support for victims' funerals. Hacking, too, became an essential weapon. The Israel Defense Forces reached out to cybersecurity and surveillance experts to hack into the devices of those taken hostage or killed by Hamas. This allowed them to gather crucial information about the victims and their conditions, as well as data on hostage locations and movements. The conflict also sparked a surge in emergency calls, with Israeli non-profit United Hatzalah, which connects medical professionals and EMTs to emergency callers using software, seeing a significant increase. Other Israeli tech-enabled businesses like Monday.com and Gesti managed civilian needs during the war, such as blood donations, medical equipment, and housing for displaced individuals. Despite the technological advances and the significant bounty, the leaders of Hamas remain elusive. The international community watches and waits, caught between the desire for resolution and the fear of what that resolution may entail. As the conflict rages on, the bounty remains unclaimed, a symbol of the high stakes and deep divisions in this ongoing conflict. The story of Israel's bounty on Hamas leaders is a complex one. We've explored the initial announcement, the reactions from both sides, and the larger context of the ongoing conflict. We delved into the role of technology, the international response, and the implications for both national and global security. Yet as we continue to watch the events unfold, one thing is clear: The repercussions of this bounty are far from over.